You're playing Cade wrong and it's costing you rounds. Cade can be one of the absolute best operators to lock down your site, keep that breach closed, and keep the defenders on the outside. But if you're doing any one of these 5 things, then I guarantee you that you're costing your team rounds. Without further ado, let me get into the top 5 things that Cade players are doing wrong, and you're going to want to stick around to hear number 5. But first, let's cover Cade's loadout and talk about what his gadget actually does. So Cade's gadget is called the Electric Claw, and what it does is it will electrify, reinforce walls, hatches, barbed wire, and deployable shields within the affected area. Cade is a 3 health, 1 speed, and his loadout includes his Electric Claw, the AUG A3, the TCSG-12 semi-auto shotgun, the 44 mag semi-auto pistol with the sniper scope, the 357 Magnum revolver, and as a secondary gadget option, he has the nitro cell, the barbed wire, and the observation blocker. What I typically run is I will run the AUG A3 with the hollow. That's a personal opinion. I like the hollow. I'll run it with the flash hider, the vertical grip, and the laser. Sometimes I'll run the TSG-12 shotgun. It's really nice for opening up rotation holes, popping hatches if you need to do that, whatever. It's great for that. I will typically also run the 357 Magnum revolver because if I don't have the shotgun, then this is really nice for making footholes or head holes along certain walls that will really make Cade an asset to play. So what I typically see when I'm playing with other Cade mains is they will throw the Electric Claw directly on the middle of the wall, just like that. Which, I mean, it works, it will electrify the wall, but if it's in this position right here, that means it's very easy for a Kali or a Twitch or whatever to come and just shoot that thing right off the wall, and now Thatcher or Ace or Hibana, whoever's on the other side of that wall, is getting in. So that's mistake number 1, is that you're throwing Cades directly on the wall, which works, but if you're off, setting up sight, doing whatever, and someone comes in and they EMP that or they take it off, now you're stuck with whatever happens on the other side of that wall. So you're probably thinking, well, Chaos, if I don't put it on the wall, then where am I going to put it? It has to be within the affected area, and I will cover that. But you're going to have to wait till number 5 because that's when we're going to cover what to do with your Electric Claws. That leads us into number 2 thing that people are doing wrong when they are playing Cade. And that is that they will not keep a second Electric Claw in their pocket. A lot of people like to just throw the Cade down over here, then they'll run to the other side, and they'll throw the second Cade on whatever wall they want to over here. That wasn't an actual spot, that was just me demonstrating that they will put one in another place. But what you want to do instead of just throwing this down on any other wall that you want to, is you want to keep it in your pocket so that you can trick the wall whenever they are getting ready to breach it. So what I like to do is I like to throw the Cade on the wall like it is right now, and then whenever I see an EMP come out, I see anything like that, if there's not an experienced Thatcher player on the other side of the wall, then whenever they take out this first Cade, however they do it, whether it be an Impact EMP, a Thatcher EMP, a Kali, whatever, if they take that first one out, then you wait and you can listen for when they're getting ready to reinforce the second one, and you can throw the second one down and then knock off whatever they have on the wall currently. What I also like to do is if they're EMPing, then you can come down, pick this one up and throw the other one down, or you can throw this one down and pick this one up so that you're ready if they impact again. You do the same thing over again, and then you'll get the wall held nice and tight, locked down, and no one's getting in your breach. So now on to the number 3 mistake that I see too many Cade players make, and this one's a little controversial, but that is that you are too afraid to roam or to play Cade from below. So one thing that I see a lot of Cade players do is that they will get any wall electrified that they want to, and then they will anchor on site and just sit here, play any position, any holes, whatever, is they will anchor on site, and which makes sense because Cade being a 1 speed and a 3 armor, that's something that he would be really good at, is anchoring on site. But one thing that makes Cade really useful is that he has this right here, the C4, in his back pocket, always ready to use. So one thing I like to do, here's a little hint at the kind of things you'll be seeing on number 5, but one thing that Cade's really useful for is that he can play from below. So if you have someone on site giving you call outs saying, somehow they open up this breach, or they're coming in from downstairs, whatever, then with this in your pocket, you're able to throw it up there, get you a kill, whatever. No one expects the Cade to be played off-site, which makes him really useful whenever he is played off-site. So one thing that I highly recommend is if you do believe that you have the breach locked down, you can roam a little bit, get a little risky with it, get you a couple nice picks because no one sees the Cade coming. Now on to number 4 mistake that I see a lot of Cade players make, and that is that they are ready at the start of the prep phase to reinforce their walls, throw their Electric Claw down, and then go and help set up the rest of the site, whether it be making rotates or reinforcing walls, whatever. They're quick to throw the Cade down and leave, and that leaves a big problem, because if someone sees the Electric Claw in the early moments of the round on attack, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call that out, and I'm going to get someone on my team, whether it's me or someone else, to bring something to counter that. So that means they're going to be seeing that, bringing a Thatcher. They're going to see that and bring a Twitch. And if they're bringing a Twitch, then they can sneak a drone in here, take a look, ping that Electric Claw directly, know exactly where it is, so that whenever it's time to start the round, they're going to come in, throw that Twitch drone in, zap it off the wall, and it's going to be taken out in seconds. And that is not something that you want. So what I like to do is, through the prep phase, is I will set up my walls how I like to. I'll set up, my footholds, whatever. I'll set that up, and then I'll go help out doing whatever else I need to. And then whenever the round is getting ready to start or has just started the action phase is when I will come and I will reinforce and electrify my walls. Because that helps just keep it hidden, whether they don't know that you are actually playing a Cade or they just don't know where your Electric Claws are. Those are two things that are going to help you tremendously when you're playing Cade. Now on to the 5th and final thing, obviously the most important thing that makes Cade so unique and that you're doing wrong is that you're not getting creative enough with your claws. A lot of people, this ties back into number 1, will throw their claws directly on the wall, and that's just not going to be effective enough because people can easily find that, they can easily take that out, and then you're stuck trying to sit here and deny people who are climbing into your breach and making plant plays and just ruining your whole round. So what I like to do is, usually this is easier with someone else with you, but you can ping a wall on most upstairs sites, run below, and you can find that spot. You can shoot with your secondary through the floor, throw your Electric Claw in there, and now if you come back upstairs, you'll see that this wall is reinforced and electrified from below. Both walls electrified, and people are not going to be looking down there. So if they bring like a Twitch or a Cali, if they try to Cali this wall, it's going to be safe from their Cali. If they try to bring a Twitch, they're going to be bringing it in, trying to scan all over the wall, figuring out where your Cade is at. They're not going to find it, and by then, hopefully you're sitting here, or someone else is sitting here and able to deny those drones, take those drones out. Brava, same thing. They won't be able to find it. The only counter to things like this is a good Thatcher. And if they bring a Thatcher who is not a good Thatcher, then hopefully you're sitting here playing, or you pop this hatch so you can play from below. But then when they EMP this wall, you can throw your second one down so that you can make a play and still get those off the wall. I'll give you another example. On the top floor side of Chalet, on this double wall right here that a lot of people try to go for, a lot of people just throw the Cade on the wall. One thing that you can do instead is if you follow the line directly up to this beam right here, you can throw it up there. It still gets both walls, and it's safe from most people's attempts to get it off the wall. If you don't like that strategy, there's another way that you can knock this fan off. Throw one on this side over here, and take the other one on this other side and throw it up here. And you will still get both walls, but they will be incredibly hard to find and impossible to get off the wall. Now, same map, different site. Basement now. One thing that a lot of people do is on this basement wall, they'll throw it either on the floor here or up on the ceiling there, which does the trick. But with a drone hole right here, if you don't have a mute or something to keep those drones out, then Twitch or Brava or whatever will be able to get in, get that electrical off the wall, or Cali will be able to take it right off. One thing I like to do instead is you can ping the top of the wall, and you can come up here, and you can place it right there above the wall. And this one's a little trickier to pull off. You get both the walls easily, but you either have to play your life right here at the top of the stairs, or just hope that a lot of people won't notice, because when they're pushing this way, they're trying to make a play here, so their focus is always on the stairs. So it's a little bit harder to see. The audio makes it kind of obvious that it's there. But I've spent so many rounds here. If you take a barbed wire and you cover it up right here, people will not notice that that's there. And then you're also here if they're outside trying to get a breach. You can throw your C4 out there and make a nice little play with your C4. Huge play right here. One final example for how to get super creative with your Cades. We're on the top floor of Bank. And what I like to do here is I'll ping a wall, have a friend ping the walls. I'll come down here into Archives, and I'll just throw these up from below. And we will electrify all 4 walls. And most of the time, like I said, with every other site, people are not going to be looking down below. Sometimes they'll get lucky, have someone coming through the Archives, and they'll find them, take them off the wall. But by then, usually, they've already committed to not opening up the breach, which makes your life a whole lot easier. If you would like a more in-depth tutorial on how I like to play Cade and a lot of my Cade spots, make sure to stay tuned and subscribe, because I will be dropping a video about all of the Cade spots and the best places to play Cade in a video very soon. But that's it for me. Make sure that you implement these 5 things into your next ranked match, because it will take you from a low-level Cade player to a champion-level Cade player. And make sure if you like the video to subscribe, like the video, and comment your favorite part down below, or what else you want to see me do on this channel. I love you all for supporting. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Peace.